Well, Itadori dying is not the way I thought this episode would go. Jujutsu Kaisen episode 5, and I don't know about you guys, but I was really hyped for this episode, and I was really wanting to see just how Fushiguro was going to handle Sukuna now that Itadori was unable to retake control of his body. We even had to add a stakes of Sukuna ripping out his heart, and now if Itadori retakes control, he's going to die because obviously can't live without a heart, which I think is an amazing way of adding even more suspense to an already suspenseful situation. Now Fushiguro has to worry about Sukuna killing him and others, while also having trying to figure out a way to save Itadori. With everything on the line, I'm thinking, oh man, Fushiguro's about to pull out some super powerful technique that we haven't seen or some shit like that. And he just proceeds to get his ass kicked by Sukuna, man. Sukuna is straight wrecking Fushiguro. He's getting kicked into the air, punched through buildings, which begs the question is, have they said how Fushiguro was able to survive this kind of stuff? He's getting knocked around, like beat up, and I get how, you know, someone like Itadori is able to survive so much physical damage because he's so naturally strong, so I can more easily understand that. But how is Fushiguro able to literally like get up from being punched and kicked through buildings? I would like some explanation on that because I don't believe we've gotten it. Are there spells that he knows to make his body a little more resilient to physical damage? Or is he just naturally strong like Itadori? But you know, the show just haven't given us any reason as to why he can survive such things. And I really want to know because, like I said, the dude's just getting straight beat up. And he keeps getting up. Like, he walks away from this fight with seemingly not a lot of damage, which you would think would be impossible because the guy literally got kicked through a building. Anywho, after getting wrecked by Sukuna, Fushiguro looks like he's about to unleash some really powerful technique. I was on the edge of my seat thinking, oh man, what's about to happen? He had that blue aura glowing around him, like he was about to really do something really cool. And then he just stops and talks to Itadori for a minute and tells Itadori that, you know, I don't regret saving you and all this other kind of stuff, which was a very emotional moment and it was a nice scene to watch. But apparently that's all it took to give Itadori the motivation he needed or the encouragement he needed or whatever it was he needed to retake control of his body. And I didn't like the way that played out. I would have much preferred something that was a little more active where like Fushiguro is actually having to force Sukuna to give control of the body back to Itadori or something more along those lines. Maybe Gojo Sensei shows up or something like that. But I didn't like that, hey, just these nice words, now Itadori can retake control of his body. And that's just it. I think that scene could have been done much better if they had gone a different route. Of course, since he doesn't have a heart, Itadori dies almost immediately after retaking control of his body. And I did not see that coming at all. I thought for sure that like someone like Gojo Sensei or just was going to show up and save the day or just something along those lines. Or maybe Sukuna was going to regenerate the heart. But no, that's not what happens at all. Itadori's just dead now. Definitely didn't see that coming, and I got to give props to the show that we know that Itadori is going to come back. It's only episode 5 of the anime. They're not going to kill off the main character this quickly, but I do got to give props to the show. How many like shonen style anime kill off their main character only 5 episodes in? But then again, we all know that Itadori is going to come back. They're going to find a way to revive him. As popular as this show has the potential to be, and as big as this show has the potential to be, they're not going to kill off the main character in 5 episodes. We just know that it's not going to happen. But it was still really cool to see that, okay, this dude has his heart ripped out and he's just dead now. It was really surprising in the moment. I definitely didn't see it coming. It was a welcome surprise. Gojo Sensei is pissed. Yeah, he is mad. He believes the higher-ups of the Jujutsu Sorcery organization sent Itadori and the others purposely sent them on a suicide mission in order to get rid of Itadori. And the dude even goes as far as to say he might go kill all the higher ups. He is that mad. And this lets us know as viewers that there is some real dissension in the Jujutsu Sorcerers organization between the higher ups and the actual sorcerers. So obviously this is not the first time they've had run-ins or any kind of disagreements if they're willing to go to such lengths just to get at Gojo Sensei. So I'm assuming that this kind of tension between the higher ups and the sorcerers would be a source of tension going throughout the rest of the show, like a long-running source. Maybe we'll get some kind of climax of that, or of the dissension within the organization at some point. But now we know for sure that the higher-ups and the sorcerers don't exactly get along. And is there, or maybe they just hate Gojo specifically, And there's just some kind of reason for that. Maybe it's because he's so powerful that he tips the balance of power within the organization or something along those lines. But now we know that the higher ups at the least don't like Gojo Sensei. Now that we've seen other students at the Jujutsu Academy, I wonder if we're going to get more episodes that focus on the life of the students at the academy. Like, like some more slice of lifestyle episodes. I think that would be kind of cool to really flesh out the personalities of all the characters and show them in a school setting, because these are still teenagers, and usually that is a big part of a lot of shonen anime. Is like you flesh out the world of the characters that is outside, that is independent of action. Just you have them in regular real life situations, and we get to see them live their lives. And a good way to do that is just put them in a school setting and have them go to class and do homework and all the other bullshit you have to do as a high school student. So I hope we get to see a little more of that. Not too much, not to take away from the core of what the show is. Like, they're still got to go out, hunt curses, do all the other stuff. But just a little bit to show us that these are well-rounded people that have lives outside of what they do when they're like hunting down and killing curses. Also, Nabata's reaction to the talking panda had me in tears when she tells Fushiguro that, hey, you can't just skip over that there's a talking panda over here. You got to explain this talking panda. Yeah, that was really funny. I really hope we get more comedy like that. We got what appears to be the setup for a tournament arc, and which is not surprising because you can't have a shonen anime without a tournament arc. It was bound to happen at some point. I'm not even mad at it. The tournament will probably be used to introduce us to the other Jujutsu schools and the differing styles of Jujutsu sorcery. Tournament arcs are a great way to do that because you got to bring in other people from around the world or whatever for the tournament, and people fight using different styles. So it's a great way to introduce you to new characters and new schools, new organizations, new fighting styles. That is typically what tournament arcs are used for, and I'm assuming that's what they're used for in Jujutsu Kaisen. It is a time-tested formula that we will never get rid of, because hey, if done well, tournament arcs are amazing. We all like to see fight after fight after fight, and that's what tournament arcs usually give us. So hopefully it'll be more like a tournament arc from like a My Hero Academia or a Hunter x Hunter. Those shows do tournament arcs fantastically, and hopefully that's what we're getting in this, like a really well done tournament arc, because when done right, tournament arcs are great. Are curses banding together for an eventual war with the Jujutsu sorcerers? It seems that's like what they're setting up for in the future. And just how powerful is Gojo Sensei if he by himself is someone who needs to be taken out before the war? Like, if he is so singularly powerful, can he turn the tides of the war by himself? And I am so interested in seeing just how strong Gojo Sensei is now. I really want to see him in action more. I gotta see this guy fighting either other sorcerers or some really strong curses, because apparently everyone acknowledges how strong he is, and we've only got like a glimpse of that when he was taking on Sukuna when Itadori first swallowed one of the cursed fingers. And even then, that was a very short fight because Itadori regained control of his body fairly quickly. But we did see that as strong as Sukuna is, we've seen how ridiculously powerful Sukuna is, Gojo Sensei did not have much of a problem like fighting him. So is Gojo Sensei as stronger than Sukuna? He did say that he could take out Sukuna when he was talking to Itadori, but is that just Gojo Sensei being, a little arrogant? Because he just struck me as the kind of guy who's really self-confident in his abilities and himself. So was that him being arrogant, or is he just fully acknowledge how powerful he is and know what he's fully capable of, and he's just that freaking strong? I really want to find out. So we got to get some episodes here soon of Gojo Sensei displaying how powerful he is. All in all, another really good episode from Jujutsu Kaisen. If I were nitpicking, there are a few things I could complain about, like the fight between Sukuna and Fushiguro and how Itadori gained control of his body. But after how amazing episode 4 was, almost anything that happened in episode 5 was going to feel like a bit of a letdown. So I'm not going to rag on it too much, because you're going from in like just an episode that was so good to an episode that was still pretty good. But going from amazing to pretty good is a pretty big drop off. So I don't want to criticize episode 5 too much, because I may be unfairly comparing it to episode 4, and that's just unfair standard to hold any show too. So all in all, it's a pretty good episode. I am really interested now to see what the other abilities of the other students are at the Jujutsu Academy, and just a tournament arc that seems to be coming. How exactly is that going to play out? And then we got, you know, the curses coming together for maybe an eventual war with the Jujutsu Sorcerer. So there are so many things that this episode set up going forward that are going to be really important. Alright guys, that's all I have for you in this one. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up and let me know why in the comments. I respond to almost everything. And if you didn't like this video, again, let me know why in the comments. If you're so inclined, subscribe. I would appreciate it. I'll see you guys in the next one.